So it all began with the passion for wine, passion for food, and then the passion to share that with your friends and the community that surrounds you. Brasswood was created, I always say that we activated in 2016. It was a 5-year project that I was able to build with a friend, and it took from raw land to what you see today. So 50 acres of agriculture property, and our focus was 100% wine. That's who we are. We are passionate about winemaking, wine drinking, and then it led to being stewards of the land, if that makes sense. So there's always someone before you and there's going to be someone after you. So we wanted to make sure that we are great stewards to where we are today. So with that being said, is that we only make wine from vineyards we own, and Brasswood is a very small produced wine, only available here on the property. And with that was this beautiful 2-acre commercial property right next door, where we had a vision of the future of being able to make wine, but also create a village where you can come and enjoy the restaurant, the bakery, and even the gallery to host small little parties and combine the wine with the food.
Yeah, it's like all of our favorite things in one. The food, the wine, the shopping, events, friends, family, all that.
And the beauty of Napa Valley was always for people to come out here and experience the winemaking and meet the vintners and see how the wine is grown, the grapes are grown for wine. And now this generation, we're taking it just a little bit further and saying, come and see how all that's done, but now let's cook with it and sit and enjoy the property just like you would do at home. So it's like here you experience Napa Valley, and now you can take Napa Valley to your house and recreate a Brasswood atmosphere.
Yeah, we do that, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So you touched on events and that you guys do have a facility where you host a lot of events. It's a passion of your guys'. Mm-hmm. So can you talk and elaborate on what those events are, and maybe what's your favorite?
Gosh, the events are something that organically was created throughout the years as we started getting more established and understanding how much fun we wanted to have. So we have a Halloween party that every year has been becoming to known as one of the best Halloween parties, and it's invite only because I wanted to celebrate the end of harvest for one. So it's for the team to celebrate the hard work of that amazing harvest that they just finished. But then also it's there to help celebrate our community, to let loose and have fun. And it's designed with always a theme, and it always has an amazing, from food to the wine to the guest. And I always say you have to come in costume. That's the only requirement. And some of the costumes every year, they're so amazing. Other wine events that I look forward to that is really Napa Valley is our Vintner Vanguard event that we do in August. It's a collaboration with all the wine partners that we have on our property that we make wine with and for. And it's a chance for not only our guests, but their guests to experience a plethora of wines that are made in the valley from different vineyards, but in the one facility. And it's a Vintner Vanguard. It's a 12 to 3 afternoon tasting that you get to come and try over 50 different wines. And you also get to, again, bring in the food element, have lunch now, and enjoy the wines with the vintners. Other events we do, because we have the restaurant that I think is something special that makes Brasswood another reason why to come and enjoy the wine, is that we do our wine dinner series. And so every other month we do another wine series, and we do it throughout the season. So In the winter, we're talking about why the grapes are dormant and trying the wines. Then we do a bud break in spring. Then as we get close to harvest, we do our harvest dinner. So it's like you follow along just along with us, and you can see how we are during harvest and during the growing season. And then sprinkled in there, we do a lot of fun village parties where we celebrate shopping in the boutique. So we'll do a tequila DJ and shopping party, or a rise and shine party in the bakery. The tasting room is always full of experiences. And then with the gallery, we let you play with the property, so you get to create your own events. So you could come on, and whatever your dreams are you can think of, you can make it happen on Brasswood on your own terms.
I like that. I need to come to the tequila and shopping.
Yeah, I think the next one's in August.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that sounds
Like he might be gone.
Yeah. So to kind of elaborate on our partnership together, Brasswood and the Vineyard Estates, since you guys are very community focused and that's something that you really pride yourselves in, tell us a little bit about why, when we came to you with this option to partner, why were you really interested in that, and how does it align with what you're currently doing?
Well, couldn't have been more of a perfect partnership of concept. And when we get approached, or we approach, it always has to be purposeful and thought out, and something that we have been developing is redefining the house wine. And I loved when we grew up, there was always house wine, and when you ask someone what they drink on a daily basis, they had an answer. The house wine is no longer, no one can really think what they drink, and I felt Brasswood was an approachable luxury, that with luxury you want a house wine that matches your lifestyle. Yeah. And Brasswood is that. It's a bottle that you can open daily and you don't feel any regrets, or you don't have that, I could open it on my anniversary, but I could open it on a Monday when I just got home from work because I'm cooking burgers. Like it's a accessory to lifestyle. Brasswood is that to me, where you are celebrating life and you open the bottle of wine you want to drink. And I've always wanted that to be the accessory to design. I mean, our motto was design plus wine equals Brasswood. And so the architect of our building, we put so much effort in our builders. You know, we are really passionate about the builders we use in different projects, and the architect himself, because when you see the passion and the detail work and the detail that how to make a bottle of wine, it's just, there's nothing better to sit in a room that's well designed and drinking a great bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, hence why we did our collaboration with you guys.
Yeah.
For our wine.
Nailed it, right? Exactly.
Yeah, but I like that about the table wine, the house wine. Because I didn't even think about it in that way, but it's so true. Normally, you go to a friend's house and you're like, oh, this is what we drink, but it's nice to have something that's already elevated and just have that on a casual.
I would say like that's our go-to wine is Brasswood. Not just saying that because we're here, but in reality, we have our favorite Brasswood wines that we like to drink, and then we have a few more that are, maybe vintage, or an older bottle that we want to save for a special occasion or event with people. But then we have our day-to-day, like whenever we have people over, it's like, or we're going somewhere, we're like, oh, they don't have 9 out of 10 times they don't have Brasswood. Yeah. And so for us to bring Brasswood is an extension of like, hey, this is a place we love, we think you would love it too. And every person we brought it to, or even just, we did a collaboration earlier with our company and our gifts for our clients is wine. So we thought, okay, what's home wine to us? What's that feel to us? And so we went with Brasswood and developed that. We took your Pinot and put our logo on it and shared it to all of our clients. And the feedback was like, oh wow, this wine is great. And it's unique, it's different, it's something that we haven't had before. And it was cool to extend that to them, because most of the people, it's not something you can go to the store and pick up. And I think that's what's unique and special about it, is it's got its own character. Well,
we always talk about living in the moment and taking time to enjoy what you're doing. And when you, from the flowers to the wine to everything around you, when it's all, I always use the word purposeful, it really, the vibe is there. Because you can't tell if we're having a fancy dinner and then someone, I'm not going to say a name, but you just go and buy something off the shelf with, that's, you have it kind of takes away the story, right? But when you're talking about the vase and the bottle of wine and the architecture and the paint color, and like it just all comes in one.
Point about the story, and the reality is everyone wants a story, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's your home, how it was started, how it was built, your business, or the wine. So I think that mentions on another reason why we partnered with you to develop the wine was like there's a story behind this, and it's like who's, you know, the winemaker, the owner, the why it was dipped, the logos, the whole thing. There's a story to everything versus like, oh, I went to the store and just bought this bottle and gave it to you, you know, like, and that to them is more personable than like, oh, like, thank you, but you know, I could have got that at the store as well.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's cool. And
when you celebrated your birthday here, it was really amazing because I was sitting next to the couple that you're building their house up in.
Brandon
Taylor up in Healdsburg. Yeah.
Healdsburg.
Yeah.
And you can hear their passion, and I love the one side where they're the budget person and the other side that just wants the lifestyle, but that person always falls in love with the lifestyle because they know they're doing the right thing. Yeah. But it's really cool to see the friendships you develop in that kind of when you're building the house, because it's amazing to me that people don't want to know who built their houses because you're living in there, you're making memories there, and it's like
that's literally the core of our company. Of what I created was like, I always joke about like the builder is like, everyone's like, oh, my contractor, oh, this and that. Mine's like, why can't we make, like, you know, you go to the Four Seasons, for example, and every time you go to a resort, you know what to expect. It's not like, oh, this resort was and that one was much better. No, it's consistent. So how do we create a white glove consistency throughout all of our projects? And it comes down to procedure, processes, and relationships. And that needs to come first before like the dollar and just trying to get the job done. It's like, no, the relationship and the process is 90% of it, because if that's not great, it doesn't matter how good you are as a contractor, people don't like you.
Especially in the luxury world, because they are not thinking about the dollar necessarily. They want the relationship because they know they're going to get what they paid for.
Exactly. And that's exactly. And so that experience all ties into what you were saying, lifestyle, all of this. So it's like, as we venture off into this development, we want the lifestyle of the development to be fun. Like, we want a buyer to come in, you know, halfway through the project and be like, oh my God, they're building this beautiful home. And with this, like, I'd love to start my amenities now and like go to Brasswood, go to this year, go to the Halloween party, start hanging out with you, Sam and Marcus, and like have lunch here with my, you know, my family, and like start feeling that culture as it's happening with the build, to get that whole picture of like this, we're a community in this.
It's true, because Northern California is one big community, and we always say if you could be from the Bay Area to the Santa Rosa, Sonoma, Healdsburg side, wherever you're coming from, this is your backyard. And as you guys do day trips and we do day trips going the other way, you want to know what is out there, and you can build an amazing estate, but it's so fun to have your coffee pot to be the coffee shop in your neighboring town, or you have your park is your vineyards, and it's not just your backyard. Like, it's living.
And it's like with these new people, it's like now they have relationships, and life is all about relationships, because that's what it's all about. And so when you're a stranger, say if somebody comes up and buys this home, and they're from, I don't know, say Palo Alto or, you know, down south, and they feel kind of excluded from the community here. So this immediately immerses them into the community to feel that what North Bay is all about, what we're, you know.
And that's the best. I mean, because, you know, there's a lot of relationships money can't buy in that sense, and you're connecting with people that are not vetted but just like, I want you to meet this person because I know you're going to get along. You know, it's, I've always was told, and have been told, no matter how long you've even been in Napa Valley, if you could move here tomorrow and get treated like you've been here for 40 years because someone was new. Everybody was new at one point. You came in the 90s, and I used to always say that, I'm like, sorry I wasn't even born yet. Like, I haven't even lived here long enough, because I was even like, just because you've been here for 50 years, I'm not even 50 yet. Like, it's not my fault that I haven't. But one day I'll be like, I've been here for 60 years. Like, and it's just age, right? And so once I heard someone say that to someone that moved here, and it's like, we were all new here once, it's like, it changes everything.
It's true. And so like, to capture why, to like recap why we chose you. I mean, obviously we love you guys are family to us, but like from the moment we came here, we felt welcomed. Like we've been to a lot of wineries, and you know, all due respect, wineries are great, but sometimes you just feel like, you know, you're just another person, you're not really welcomed. It's different, right? This was the first place we actually came to, and friends brought us here as well, and that you felt welcomed, you felt family. Like we can come here at any point. You know, I had my birthday here because I felt welcomed and like treated well. Like this is our place too, and so having that door open to where you come at any point, and the owner and Sam and people come and treat you with respect and like treat you the way you would treat people is like huge. And that's one thing I've learned as developing my company. It was like my grandfather taught me, was like treat people the way you want to be treated, and customer service. And he's like, if you do that, you'll have a successful business. And the reality shows here is like, you come here, you don't ever feel like, oh, they're too good for me, or you know, it's Napa Valley. I'm like, this is literally like, anyone come here and this can be your home.
Well, you know, and that's what I think your home is to the world. I feel like people invest in their homes because they want to welcome people there. And that's like always a model. It's like, treat them like you're at your home. And they're buying these beautiful homes, and they get the hospitality, and they bring that to their house with their neighbors and their friends that come and visit. So I'm always excited when, you know, they will take our sensory room, the globes, and they'll take that, and instead of doing a flower arrangement, they'll make a globe on their dining room table to have a conversation piece. And like, this is the globe of Cabernet Sauvignon. Oh, wow. And it's really cool, like how they bring Brasswood to their homes and all the different elements, from our bakery and the coffee to the wine to the experiences.
Yeah.
And I think you hit it here as compared to other wineries too. What I really like here is like, not just the feeling, but like, you come here, you can drink, you can eat, you can shop.
Yeah,
like smoke a cigar. For someone like me, I love cigars, so like having a place just to smoke cigars is awesome. But you cater to like everything, and it's fun, and it's not judgmental. It's not like, it's very like, oh yeah, you want to go shopping, go shopping. That's great. Like
a great partnership for the Vineyard Estates, because we are nestled in Petaluma. That to come all the way out this way, it's like, well, you're just coming here. It's a one-stop shop. You've got the shopping, food. You can
spend a whole day here.
Yeah,
versus like, oh, we're just, which we have, and that's also why we hit this as like, this is a recreational area and a lifestyle. It's not just like, yeah, you're gonna have wine, but you're gonna meet amazing people. Like through you guys, we've met so many wonderful people, and it's just, you never know who's gonna walk through the door here. You could have A-listers to just me and Krista showing up, you know, like, or Brett, you know what I mean? It's just like, you don't know who you're gonna meet, but everyone's treated the same and with the same respect. And I think that goes to show, like, doesn't matter if you're, again, an A-lister or you know, just an average Joe, like, this is home for you, and we treat you all the same. And so that's fun.
And it goes back to what your grandpa said, treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's like the key to success. And that's, I feel like, forgotten these days. So for us to have someone come out here, we want them to bring their kids, their family, and then they're going to fall in love with it. So then they tell their friends, and it's all word of mouth. And that's stronger for, especially in our business, and you know yours, is like, if someone can refer us, that's way stronger than me putting an ad out for marketing.
Well, I have the same mindset. I always say, like, in St. Helena, we're such a small town of 5,000, and I always say that our St. Helenans, their words are more powerful than their dollar. Yes. Because they'll come in and shop at your place in the beginning, and then if they never come back, but they'll tell everybody about it if they had a great experience. Right. And so I'm always like, their words are more powerful than their dollar. So that's why you treat everybody the same, because you know, you want to show them when their friends are visiting them where to go.
Yeah.
Well, that's so funny. So when we, after Dom's birthday party, we, my sister was here, you met her and her husband.
Yes.
And her coworker, she was talking to him like the following week or something, and he was coming up to Napa Valley, and he ended up coming here to Brasswood, and nice. He sent her a photo and said, oh, look, we made it to Brasswood, because she had told him about your birthday party.
Yeah.
And then they came out here and they loved it.
And there were great pictures on your social.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Right?
It captured it. I was like, wow, that captured that week.
Yeah, no, it was, but that's the thing is like anyone could go to a winery.
Yeah.
And that's, again, why we align is because anyone at this caliber of a custom home, what I say is like they all look the same. They're all like, we can all build this beautiful monstrosity of a home and they all are these vineyard estate looking homes, but what makes it so unique? Like, why is it different? And like you said, it's like the relationships, what the experience is. So how could we bring that? And that's kind of.
I mean, I am so excited for the new buyers and owners of these homes because they're going to be launched onto, third base, and they just have to go home now because they are going to have such a community of like-minded, and they're all going to know expectations of when they buy in that community. I mean, they're going to have instant memories and instant tradition because they're all going to have kind of like the same conversations, like icebreakers.
Yeah. Friends are going to be like, so when are we going over to Brasswood?
In a good way.
Yeah. And so, and with that, it's like, this is just the beginning. We're going to do more development. So like, we want to create, and then eventually we want to do a community as we build more and more homes of like, okay, we're going to have Vineyard Estates party here. And like, or a Dotto development company, a community party. And then we start going to our partners and do a big party together.
Dotto recreation area where they all get to come and visit, like like an island or a camping thing, and and then all those community can be like right? Like it's like a hunting lodge and a cigar lodge, and it's almost their own little place.
God, don't get me started.
I know my brain always goes to the next level.
Our brains and our budgets.
Don't stop at the community, build a world. Dotto City.
No, but I'm excited. Like this is.
I mean, I was just telling, Jody in there. I was just like, Stacy in there was like, what's so awesome is not changing the fundamentals of being, treat people like you want to be treated. It's changing, changing the experience of what a home is to somebody, and it's showing them that. Don't just lock your doors and put up a wall and go and hide in this amazing property. It's like, no, be welcoming because they're welcoming. And it changes like humanity and consciousness.
No, exactly. That hits it right on the head.
Getting all these partnerships set up and all entices or attracts those kinds of home buyers too, that they want to be a part of all this, not just someone who's reserved and keeps themselves.
That's why Bottle Rock Suite will be for all your home buyers and your partners.